everybody, this is Michelle and I'm here today because I had a couple comments that the pop-up book element that I used in my Home Again folio, which was a design team project for Country Craft Creations, was hard to see because of the brown paper that I used and it was pretty dark. So I'm going to attempt to try and do this again with some different colored papers and try to explain it better. So when we open up the folio in here, so inside this first side, there was a section that opened up like this, and then this I was calling my pop-up book. And I'm gonna show you how to put that together, but it's a series of, if you can see it, there's kind of little tabs back here that help that element pop up. And we're gonna go ahead and use some different papers and I'll show you how to do that. So in this video, the tutorial video, and I'll have a link in the description, it's at about minute 29 when I talk about how to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of recreate that, and hopefully that will explain it better and it'll be a little bit easier to see. So you're going to need a couple of things. We're going to need some papers that are, you're going to need one that's 10 by 7 total, and then you're going to score it down on the 10-inch side at 5, and you're going to make this card shape of what I called an outer book. And then you're going to need a piece that is 4 1/4 by 6 1/2. So it'll be like this, and on the 6 1/2-inch side you're going to score it 3 1/4 and make the inner book. And then you're going to need 6 pieces of paper that are 1 by 3 inches, and then you're going to take and score each of these pieces at a 1/2 inch, 1 1/2 inches, and 2 1/2 inches. So that essentially gives you 2 1/2-inch tabs, and then you're going to have a score in the middle, and that gives you kind of a 1-inch square right here. Okay, so again, in the video, what I told you to do was cut a piece that was 1 by 6, do all the scoring, and then cut these into strips, which makes it a lot easier because you only have to score once. But since I used different colored papers so that hopefully you can see this easier, I cut them all individually. So 1 by 3, and then score at 1/2, 1 1/2, and 2 1/2. And all of those need to be scored like that. And then you'll just fold them like that inside of each other to prepare them. Okay, so you'll need 6 of those. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your card, and we're going to have it scored, and you're going to fold and burnish, and then open it up. And in the inside, you're going to measure up 2 inches, and with your pencil, and you're going to draw a little line, and that's just for placement. You don't need a whole lot, but that's where you're going to place these pieces that create the mechanism. Okay, so 2 inches up, draw a pencil line, okay, and do it on both ends. Okay, so you'll have that. And then you're going to take your pieces, and you're going to start with one of these pieces, and you're going to put a little bit of glue on there. And you're going to glue this piece, so that little 1/2 tab, you're going to glue it right above that 2-inch line and right on the other side of the score. Don't get into the score because you want the book to actually close. Okay, so don't get into the score, just get right next to the score and glue that little 1/2 tab down, just like that. And then take another one and do the same thing on the other side. Right under that score line. So you're gluing them in between, or right on the other side of the score line, and you're gluing them in between your little pencil marks. So just like that. So once those are glued down, then flip them over at the halfway mark, so you have that little 1-inch square here, and then you have another 1/2 tab here. Okay, then you're going to take a second piece, and you're going to put glue on the tab, one little tab, and then what we're going to do with this one is you're going, I'm turning it so I can see it better, But you're going to glue that tab right to the edge of that little square there, so that now you'll have a piece that looks like this. Okay, so you're going to glue it right here in that 1 inch kind of scored square. You're going to glue it right to the edge there so that it will fold like that. So let's do the other one. And I'm doing this pretty quickly because this is a demo. Okay, so glue this, fold that tab over, and then glue it right to the edge there. Okay, so just like that. All right, so then what we're going to do is fold it at the 1 inch mark. Okay, and then you'll have these little half tabs on all 4 pieces. And then you can put a little glue here on those half tabs only. Leave the 1 inch squares alone. And then fold over and press it down. And, well, if it sticks, this glue, sometimes I'm using a different glue for the demo purposes. I usually use my art glitter glue and it sticks perfect. So then you should have a piece that looks like this. Just make sure they're nice and stuck down. Okay, so you can see that these were the first pieces. They have now kind of formed a triangle. Let me see if you can see that really well. Okay, and then this piece here has kind of formed a square, the second pieces that we put on. Okay, so just make sure they're good and stuck down. And then what you're going to do is you're basically going to do it on the same, you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to take your next 2 pieces and put glue right here. And then glue that to the other side of that triangle where you glued the second pieces to. You're just going to glue that right there. Make sure it gets stuck. And then get your other piece. So this is the 6th piece. And then glue that right to the edge of that other triangle. All right, so now you should have something that looks like that. Okay. And then we'll fold it at that mid mark so that you got your 2 half tabs here. A little bit of glue on the half inch tabs. Okay, then we're going to close our book the other way and make sure it gets stuck. So I'll give it a few more seconds this time because this glue it works really, really well, but it does take a little longer to stick than art glitter glue. Okay, so then now when you open up your book, you should have a piece that looks like this. So these last pieces that we added to that inner triangle, the first 2 pieces that we put on, these 2 pieces will create kind of a flat surface. And I'll kind of try and give you a side view here so you can see. That is what you're supposed to have at this point. That is the mechanism for the pop-up. So then the next thing that you're going to do is take and put some glue on these 2 1 inch pieces. And then you're going to grab your little mini book, the inner book, okay, and we have scored it again on the 6 1/2 inch side. We've scored it at 1 1/4 and folded it. And then you're going to center this guy right in that fold. I'm just going to eyeball it. And then you're going to hold it. You need to hold it and then close your book. And that's going to glue onto those 1-inch square pieces that we just put the glue on. And that is what's going to create the pop-up. Like that. That's all there is to it. I really hope that the different colors showed you better how to put this together. Super simple, a little bit confusing. I can get why the brown was a little hard to see because it was dark. But that is essentially how you do that. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. And thanks for watching. And again, this was the element that I used in my Home Again folio that I did for Country Craft Creations using the Home Again line by Carta Bella, and it turned out really, really cute. Go to countrycraftcreations.com and grab your supplies. Get your art glitter glue. You're going to like it a lot better than the stuff that I was using for this demo. And go ahead and make one of these. It turned out really, really cute. You can see that I did some patchwork around to mat, you know, around here. And then I just put some artisan cardstock in the middle so you could put your pictures here. And it just gives a nice little pretty little pop-up element. All right. So again, let me know if you have any questions. And thanks for watching this little mini tutorial. And have a good day. Bye-bye.